Miley Cyrus and her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, have had a really messy relationship over the last few years. And unfortunately, it's been really, really public. I mean, they've unfollowed each other. We've had leaked audios of Billy Ray saying things that people thought were about Miley that were really, really bad and really insulting. We've had a lot of backhanded comments and things like that. And after a few years of this going on, finally, the two of them have reunited in a new photo, and it looks like things might be okay again, hopefully. But I want to go through sort of a timeline of the drama, if you will, of what's been going on between them and how this all actually broke down and why they were having issues in the first place. Because if you're somebody like me, you grew up on Hannah Montana, and I mean, I know it's not real, but Miley and her dad in the show seemed pretty happy, so surely they should be happy too. And it seems like at the time that they were filming this, they were. It's just the issues are more recent. But anyway, what's crack? It's VangelinaSkov, and welcome to another episode of I had to take a break from me being in the middle of an assignment that is due in 3 hours to record this video. So I hope you appreciate that. I do want to be here. It's okay, clearly, because I was like, I can't do this assignment anymore. I'm filming YouTube videos now. Anyway, back to Miley and her dad. So, like I said, there have been a lot of things people have noticed over the years, like the very infamous clip at this point of Miley struggling to say anything nice about her father when she was asked. And this was amidst some of the issues that they were having. Now, if you haven't seen that clip, I'll play it for you because it's recommended reading. In fact, it's actually it's not even recommended. It's that word when something mandatory. Thank you, brain. Thank you for getting there in the end.
Did you ever feel that way about your father?
I mean, honestly, my mom is my hero. And my father, I'm grateful for first his genes. My dad has great hair, and I got that.
Sorry. She really does have great hair, though. She really does. I've got a lot more clips to show you, including the leaked audio that I was talking about of Billy Ray saying some really horrible things that people think was about Miley. And it's all in the midst of him getting remarried after his divorce to Miley's mother. So, so let's have a look at that. But keeping in mind that it is, potentially solved, which is somewhat nice. A complete breakdown of the Cyrus family drama. Here's everything you need to know about the family drama surrounding Billy Ray, Tish, Miley, and Noah Cyrus. There have been years of recent drama with the Cyrus family. Following Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus's divorce in April 2022, rumors began to swirl about a family rift as Billy Ray and Tish started relationships with other people, and their children appeared to pick sides. During an exclusive interview with People in November 2022, Billy Ray set the record straight, saying that there's no hard feelings within his family regarding his then engagement to Fire Rose, whom he eventually wed in October of 2023. Everyone knew that relationship was over a long time ago, Billy Ray told People at the time, referring to his prior marriage to ex-wife Tish Cyrus. Everybody's turning the page. However, when Tish tied the knot with Prison Break actor Dominic Purcell in August 2023, questions were raised again when two of her children, Noah and Brayson, were seemingly not present at the ceremony. It was later reported that Noah was casually seeing Purcell before her mother started dating the actor. We're gonna get more into that in a second. Yeah, so Noah Cyrus is Miley's younger sister. And she was allegedly dating this Dominic guy who was somewhat age appropriate. After which time, I guess they broke up, and then her mother married him. I don't know about you guys. I could not handle that. I don't know what I would do with that. I don't think I would go to the wedding either, to be honest with you, so I can't really judge her for that one. But if you don't know as well, Fire Rose, who they're saying that Billy Ray married, was also much younger. Um, Seems to be something going on here. But again, we'll go more into detail about these things. In June 2024, Miley gave more insight into her family dynamic during a candid interview on Netflix. My next guest needs no introduction with David Letterman, noting that her mother is her hero, but she learned a lot about to handle fame from her father. Here's a timeline of the Cyrus family drama. While we're on the topic of dads, though, Father's Day is coming up, and you may be finding yourself struggling to find a gift for your dad that's actually useful. So if that is the case, let me save you a little bit of time. Because Exter is sponsoring today's video, and I have genuinely never seen wallets cooler than these. I think they would be such a fantastic gift this Father's Day. These wallets are made with top grade materials, and they are minimalistic, they're slim, and they're really smart. You can just slide this in your pocket and it doesn't bulk it up, even though it holds so much. They hold up to 12 cards in total, with up to 7 cards being able to stay in the card holder itself, plus it's got an expandable cash band. And they come in super high quality recycled aluminium or proper Italian leather if you want something classic. And you can get them in multiple different colors as well. I'm not joking, these are so easy to use because I am somebody who tends to just throw stuff in my bag and then I'm rooting around trying to find it for ages, but with this it's got just this little trigger which pops all your cards out and you can just easily see them, pull it out, pop it back in, no fuss. And I haven't even showed you the coolest part yet. This is the Finder card. This is just like a little card that you pop in your wallet, you connect it to your phone, and it works on the Find My app. And if you can't find your wallet, as happens to me a lot, you can just ring it from your phone, like this. Potentially shouldn't have done that right next to my ear. Ow. But see, effective. I seriously wish this had existed years ago because it would have saved me so much time that I have lost over the years running around when I'm late for an appointment or a bus or something, unable to find my wallet. I literally could just call it on my phone and that would be it. But at least I have it now. And it's also waterproof, heat-proof, and the battery lasts for up to 6 months, so you don't have to be worried constantly about charging it or anything. So if this sounds like the perfect gift for your dad this Father's Day, right now if you click the link in my description and use my code VangelinaSkov at checkout, you can get up to 50% off Exter. And trust me, I think even the most difficult to please dads will be happy with this gift. Thank you so much to Exter for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get on with the rest of it. So all of this starts in April 6th, 2022, when Tish Cyrus files for divorce from Billy Ray Cyrus. After 2 previous divorce filings, you heard that one right, 2 previous divorce filings, because yes, they had filed for divorce twice, but didn't actually do it, didn't actually get divorced, and third time's the charm, I suppose. After 2 previous divorce filings, Billy Ray Cyrus and Tish Cyrus officially decided to go their separate ways in April of 2022. On April 6, 2022, Tish filed for divorce in Williamson County, Tennessee, citing irreconcilable differences, according to documents obtained by People. She also said that the couple had not lived together for more than 2 years. It is after 30 years, 5 amazing children, and a lifetime of memories, we have decided to go our separate ways. What is wrong with my mouth today? What is happening? Why can't I get these words to come out? They're very easy words that I'm reading. I think my mouth is just dry. You know what? I'm gonna blame the assignment I've been working on. Not with sadness, but with love in our hearts, a joint statement issued by the couple via a family representative exclusively to People read at the time. We have grown up together, raised a family we can be so proud of, and it is now time to create our own paths. We will always be family and look forward to a continued and loving shared experience as friends and parents. We have not come to this decision lightly or quickly, clearly because there was 2 other filings, but with so much going on in the world, we wanted to provide some clarity and closure so we can remain focused on what is important, the statement continued. With love and hope, Tish and Billy Ray Cyrus. Then in September of 2022, Noah Cyrus, the younger sister, calls Billy Ray Cyrus her hero as they team up for a new song. Following her parents' divorce in April 2022 and Billy Ray's engagement to Fire Rose in August of 2022, Noah teamed up with her father for a special song titled Noah Stand Still on her debut album, The Hardest Part. The track's inspiration, according to a press release, came after Noah's visit to her father's home in Nashville to begin recovery from a Xanax addiction. There, Billy Ray reminded Noah to feel the earth under her feet, get grounded with nature, and to stand still, a notion that's been passed down from generation to generation in their family. That's really sweet, actually. And that's really good advice. Following the song's release, Billy Ray shared a photo of the cover art on his social media. So proud of Noah Cyrus, you wrote a great song and delivered a killer performance, he wrote. Honored to join you on this poignant track. Drops at midnight EST. Check it out. In response, Noah commented, "The honor is mine, Daddy. So grateful to share this track I wrote about you, Papi and Papa Cyrus. You're my hero and inspiration. I love you." So, this is being included because at the time that this was happening, people thought it meant that the siblings were picking side in the divorce, and that by Noah saying that her dad is her hero after everything that was going on with Billy's now relationship with Fire Rose, which was not a popular choice in the family, people thought it meant that she was choosing her dad over her mother. However, I don't necessarily think that that's fair. Um, you can say that you love your dad and that he's an inspiration to you without it meaning, and also I hate my mother. Like that's that's very strange black and white thinking, and it doesn't make any sense. They're both her parents. Now, as we'll see going forward, she didn't go to her mother's wedding, but again, the kind of situation there was a little bit strange. So, can't really blame her for that one. November 2022. Billy Ray Cyrus says there's no hard feelings within his family over Fire Rose engagement. Following his August 2022 engagement to Fire Rose, Billy Ray gave people insight into the Cyrus family dynamic. As he said in an exclusive interview that there's no hard feelings within his family regarding his love life. Everyone knew that relationship was over a long time ago, Billy Ray told People, at the time referring to Split from Tish. Everybody's turning the page. About the divorce itself, he said, it's been a lot, but everyone knew that it was time for a change. August 19th, 2023. Tish Cyrus marries Dominic Purcell with only some of her kids present. On August 19th, 2023, Cyrus and Purcell got married in a small Malibu ceremony which took place in her daughter Miley's backyard. Seemingly only 3 of her children were part of the wedding ceremony, including her son Trace and her daughters Brandy and Miley, who served as bridesmaids. Miley also walked her mother down the aisle. Her 2 youngest children, Noah and Brayson, were apparently not present at the ceremony. On the day of the wedding, Noah shared a photo to her Instagram story that featured her wearing a Billy Ray t-shirt while at a cafe with Brayson. I remember this. I remember this so visibly. Oh my god. Guys, have some patience for me today. I used all of my brain cells on this assignment. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I remember when this happened because it was like such a big deal. Because yeah, at that point, that's shady. But again, you have to remember that allegedly her mother was marrying her ex. And I think I would be a little bit angry too. But at this point, yeah, you can say it seems like sides are being taken. All right, that's fair at this point. August 24th, 2023. Miley Cyrus says she and her dad have wildly different relationships to fame and success. In her Hulu special Endless Summer Vacation, continued backyard sessions, Miley made a rare comment about her dad as she talked about how their relationships to fame have differed throughout her life. My dad grew up the opposite of me. I grew up on a soundstage, like in a house with a family that was super close and all lived under the same roof, and I grew up financially stable and emotionally stable. I think in my relationship also, said Miley. That's something that my dad didn't have. Miley expanded that Billy Ray had a much different experience with fame than she did. I think that's where me and my dad's relationship to fame and success is wildly different, said Miley in the special. Him feeling loved by a big audience impacted him emotionally more than it ever could me. When he feels special or important, it's like healing a childhood wound, and I've always been made to feel like a star. It makes me emotional to think about. I actually have one clip now. It could be people reading into it, but maybe not. You can say it says this video is so sad because in this moment you can see Miley trying to connect with her dad, but he shrugs her off because he'd rather connect to the crowd for attention. So this is kind of leading into what this article is saying here, or what Miley said here about he needs to connect with an audience. That's kind of how he's healed, and that's the way he's gone through things, and that's how he's experienced fame. So this could be her working through moments like this.
My dad grew up the opposite of me. I grew up on a soundstage, like in a house with a family that was super close and all lived under the same roof. And I grew up financially stable and emotionally stable, I think, in my relationships also. And that's something that my dad didn't have. I've seen how that affects a lot of people that go from having nothing to everything. It's a really dangerous place. So I think that's where me and my dad's relationship to fame and success is wildly different. Him feeling loved by a big audience impacted him emotionally more than it ever could me. When he feels special or important, it's like healing a childhood wound. And I've always been made to feel like a star. It makes me emotional. So I think that's the difference. Ugh, it got me. My dad grew up.
You gotta give her like so much credit here. Like she is so emotionally intelligent. She's given so much grace for things that have probably hurt her, and it's rare, not rare, but it's not always that people are able to fully understand these aspects of their parents, really. So good for her for that. August 28th, 2023. Trey Cyrus says he'd be more successful if he wasn't part of his famous family. That doesn't make any sense. Having a famous family is really helpful if you want to be famous. Look at the Kardashians. That same month, Trace reportedly got candid in a Q&A on his Instagram stories, where he offered insight on how having a famous family impacted his career. While Trace said he loves his family, he said he thinks his career may have been more fruitful if he hadn't had his family connections. This is some Nepo baby stuff if I've ever heard it. I love my family so much, but I think I'd be more successful if I wasn't part of a famous family. People immediately want to judge me and discredit all my hard work because of who I'm related to. But that's so far from the truth. I got a record deal without anyone from my label even knowing who I was related to till after they signed me, he wrote, referencing his former band, Metro Station. Which, if that's the case, then what is your point then? Like, you got that far. They didn't even know. Great. The connections aren't holding you back. It just sounds like really entitled anyway. I don't know Trey Cyrus, so we're going to move on from that. Here's where things get a little bit... Oof. October 10th, 2023. Billy Ray Cyrus marries Fire Rose, who you can see here, and she is obviously younger. After a year-long engagement, Billy Ray tied the knot with his fiancée Fire Rose on October 10th, 2023. The newlyweds announced the news in a joint statement posted to Instagram. 10-10-23 will always be the beautiful, joyous day that our two souls united as one in holy matrimony, they wrote. It was the most perfect, ethereal celebration of love we could have ever imagined. The couple continued, for both of us to hear the preacher say, Billy Ray and Fire Rose Cyrus, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Is her name really Fire Rose? That's her real name. I mean, I guess Miley's real name is Destiny Hope, so whatever. I now pronounce you husband and wife. That was the sacred moment our new forever began. Long live love. Then, in February 4th, 2024, Miley Cyrus omits dad Billy Ray Cyrus from Grammy's acceptance speech. Now, amidst all of this, there was a lot of different things that were going on. Just small little comments here and there, weird little snuffs between them that made people think that Miley Cyrus had a really, really big issue with her dad marrying Fire Rose, along with the other kids, but Miley in particular. On Feb 4th, 2024, Tish and Brandy accompanied Miley to the Grammy Awards, where she took home 2 awards. When the Flower Singer won for Record of the Year, she gave an acceptance speech that made no mention of her dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, which, by the way, this was her first Grammy. And after having such a long career, a lot of that somewhat due to her dad being a really famous and really successful musician, and then them being on the Disney Channel show together and him being kind of really there for a lot of her career, it seemed weird, right? And people were speculating this was because of the marriage. After thanking her mom, sister, and her love, Max Mirando, she pointedly quipped, "I don't think I forgot anyone, but I might have forgotten underwear. Bye." Jesus, I actually stayed up that year to watch the Grammys. It's the only time I ever watched the Grammys. No, I watched it this year as well. That was the first year I watched the Grammys and I stayed up, and that was like till like 5 in the morning my time. But I remember that happening and I was like, the drama. February 4th, 2024. Tish Cyrus opens up about her divorce from Billy Ray Cyrus. During an appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast alongside her daughter Brandy, Tish opened up about why she and Billy Ray decided to part ways for good in 2022. It had not been in a good place for a long time. I think I did stay so long out of fear. Literal fear of being alone, she explained. I met him when I was 24, so I grew up and he was such a huge part of that. She added that at the beginning of COVID, she was able to take a hard look at life as Billy Ray stayed in Nashville and Tish stayed in California to be closer to her daughters, Miley and Noah. Being alone and all of a sudden just having kind of the weight of the world off my shoulders in some ways, and I was able to just breathe, she said. During that time apart from Billy Ray, her mother Loretta Finley died, which caused her to go through a complete psychological breakdown, she said. I could not eat, I could not sleep, I could not stop crying. I literally weighed like 103 pounds. I don't have my mom, and then I don't have my husband, who's been my husband for 30 years. God, the poor woman, that's so horrific. All those things happening at once, Jesus. When asked by host Alex Cooper if she wished she would have walked away from the marriage during her previous divorce filings in 2010 or 2013, Tish replied yes, but added that she wanted to protect Noah, who was still very young at the time. Looking back on it, it would have been better for her if I had left. I would have been much better, she added. February 29th, 2024, a source tells People Noah Cyrus has been loyal to Billy Ray Cyrus following her parents' divorce. Later that month, the source told People that Noah has been sticking by her father's side following his divorce from mother Tish. Noah is very loyal to Billy Ray, the source said. She and Billy Ray have always had a really close relationship. Again, I don't think that necessarily means that, she hates her mother. Obviously, there have been the whole thing with the wedding and the t-shirt, right? That was weird. That was shady. But it doesn't mean that she hates her mother, right? It just means that she's close with her dad. Could mean that she hates her mother, but not necessarily. It hasn't been easy for any of the kids, the insider added, of Billy Ray and Tish's divorce. Their parents' separation was really hard, but it was also long overdue. Also, I always find it suspicious when something is reported by a source. Half the time it's fake. Probably more than half. March 1st, 2024, a source tells People Noah Cyrus was casually seeing Dominic Purcell before he got together with Tish Cyrus, which both of those relationships are just weird. One is wildly inappropriate age-wise, and the other is wildly inappropriate that was your daughter's boyfriend, allegedly. In early March, more information about the Cyrus family drama came out as People learned that Noah was casually seeing Purcell before her mother started dating the Prison Break actor. Noah and Dominic were seeing each other in a friends with benefits way, off and on. They stopped seeing each other and then Tish started something up, the source said, adding that Tish knew he had been seeing Noah. No. I don't like this story. I don't like the story from any side. I don't like it from Noah's point of view, and I don't like it from the mother's point of view. How do you date somebody, marry somebody that you know was seeing your daughter in a friends with benefits kind of way? I don't like it. I don't like it. It gives me the ick. It gives me the ick. I don't like it. Though Noah and Purcell had stopped seeing each other when his relationship with Tish started, the source claimed that Tish never gave Noah the chance to talk about all of this before they got married. Yikes. March 3rd, 2024, a source tells People Miley Cyrus had no idea about drama surrounding Noah and Tish Cyrus. A few days later, a source told People that Miley was unaware of any alleged drama surrounding her sister and mother. Miley had no idea about the drama with Dominic. No idea at all, the insider said of the Flowers singer. She has other songs, guys. She confronted her mom about it. She thinks it's a strange situation, but she loves her mom and wants her to be happy, the insider added. Representatives from Miley, Tish, Noah, and Purcell did not immediately respond to people's request for comment. I wouldn't either. It's weird. Why would they respond? May 13th, 2024, Noah Cyrus celebrates Tish's birthday. As Tish celebrated her 57th birthday on May 13th, Noah took to Instagram stories and shared a throwback photo with her mom alongside a simple caption, "Happy birthday, Mom." In the photo, young Noah smiles big as she holds her mom's arm, while Tish has a birthday cake with little lit candles in her hands. So does that mean reunited? All good? Everybody happy? I hope so. I like when people are happy. Contrary to popular belief, I guess. May 22nd, 2024. Billy Ray files for divorce from Fire Rose. After 7 months of marriage, Billy Ray quietly filed for divorce from his wife Fire Rose, according to documents obtained by People. The court documents cite irreconcilable differences and inappropriate marital conduct as the reasons for divorce, while Cyrus is also seeking an annulment on the grounds of fraud. As the news was made public in June, it appeared that Billy Ray and Fire Rose had unfollowed each other on Instagram. Then, in June 7th, 2024, Billy Ray recalls one of his best memories with Miley. In early June, Billy Ray posted a nostalgic post on Instagram as he recalled some of his best memories with his daughter, Miley, at the CMA Fest. "One of my best memories ever, CMA Fest, back when it was fanfare. That's Miley Cyrus and me, surrounded by thousands of incredible fans and the fairgrounds," wrote Billy Ray alongside a framed picture of a young him and baby Miley. "The next day, someone handed me this picture, and I wrote that poem right then on the bus," he continued in the post soundtracked to Miley's Flowers hit, before giving her some praise. "I'm incredibly proud of her. She's a survivor and a true artist. She learned early on to love and appreciate the fans who make everything possible." The Achy Breaky Heart singer added, "The father-daughter duo. We both cherish the connection we have with our fans and are grateful for every single one of you. Hope you all have a great Friday. Now rock the country." That was a terrible accent. I don't know why that came out of me. So it is kind of funny timing that this comes a month after after the filings for divorce from Fire Rose, which, if the rumors are to be believed, that Miley was just upset about him marrying Fire Rose, and then everything seems to kind of get better after he divorces her. Who knows? Now, I'm pretty sure this skips kind of a big part of the story. Yeah, it does. Okay. So this skips over a big part of the story, which is, I'm just going to play it for you guys because it's kind of insane. You may have seen this already, but this is the leaked audio of Billy Ray allegedly talking about Miley.
The last straw for Miley Cyrus. She already had a rocky relationship with her dad, Billy Ray, because he married Fire Rose. Now there's that shocking audio that was leaked where Billy Ray called her a devil and a skank. An insider said Billy has said his words were taken out of context, but Miley refuses to accept his apology. Here's the audio in case you missed it.
It's 9:15, you idiot.
It's not 9:15.
I needed to leave.
So just to be very clear, this is allegedly Billy Ray having a conversation, or an argument actually, with Fire Rose, not with Miley, but it gets into the stuff about the kids, right? You'll hear it when it
2
happens.
hours ago.
No, you didn't. You can still leave and get there.
Get
And
the out of here. I'm not in no place to go do a show. I had to go when I was ready to go. If you would have just shut the up,
screaming at
if
me.
you would have just left it the
Sorry,
alone.
I should.
If you would have left it alone when I told you it's done. Now I'm really pissed. You once again showed me you will not listen. I don't know who the you think you are, but you will not listen. And this ain't about your bracket. This ain't about your surgery. This ain't about nothing. This is about you being a selfish. I don't think you're real smart. I've changed my damn mind on that. What you are is a selfish.
No,
I'll tell you what, that's what you are. You're a selfish
I'm not
ass.
that.
You
Okay.
cannot continue to walk all over me and think that I'm going to go out in public with your dumb and have you do this anywhere you want in front of whoever.
Are you referring to you screaming at me right now?
This would not be happening if you would have just shut your mouth. Look what a mess you've made. What a dumb thing to do. Now that's dumb, because you have to know I will not tolerate that. You just up.
What you'd be happy.
I apologize that this is really difficult to listen to. Like, it's horrible listening to people argue, and it sounds like he's being really, really aggressive here. Like, obviously, we don't have the context of what's going on. Maybe she did do something terrible, but it just seems like he's being really, really horribly aggressive. And part of it, I guess, is because I'm listening to all the stuff with I'm Alex at the moment. It kind of like it puts that in my brain a little bit.
No, you. You know better than that. Idiot.
The other two children that were there was
Okay, so here we are about the bit about the kids.
from a previous marriage before she met Billy Ray by two separate fathers. No, wait a minute, I said that wrong. Not a previous marriage. The other two children that were there, she was impregnated by two different men and had those two children before she met Billy Ray. Just think if it said that. The truth on, Noah, Brandy, Trace, and everyone knows Devil's a skank.
Billy Ray has spoken out about this. He said, hell yeah.
So the Devil's a Skank bit, people were convinced that that was about Miley Cyrus. Now we still have no confirmation about that, but the evidence seemed to point to it. Maybe he could have been talking about something else. Who knows? But he names the other kids and then says, and everyone knows the Devil's a Skank, so.
Yeah, I was at my wit's end. As every day went by, I started realizing something was wrong, and that's before I knew she was a fraud. I just knew something wasn't right. He filed for divorce against Fire Rose in May after only 7 months of marriage. They have since entered a tense legal battle with accusations from both sides.
June 12, 2024. Miley Cyrus opens up about her parents on My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman. While appearing on My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman, can they shorten that, please? Because that is so hard to say. Miley candidly talked about both of her parents. When asked in a special if her father is her personal hero, Miley responded, honestly, my mom is my hero. However, she noted that she has a lot of love for her father, noting that both of her parents contributed to her career and can't be weighed on the same scale. Without my dad, I know who I am as a person wouldn't exist, she explained. Because my dad is a creative and as an artist, and the way his brain works has always made me feel safer in my own mind. She added that how he handled his own superstardom really helped her as she stepped into the spotlight. He also has a relationship and a foot on the ground to nature and to the real, and he always did even when he was super famous, she said. I'm grateful for being able to watch him ahead of me. He's almost like given me this map. There's a map of what to do and what not to do, and he's guided me on both. When asked about her early move to Los Angeles to be part of Hannah Montana, Miley struggled to recall which siblings made the trip with her, joking, I also inherited the narcissism from my father. She added, I don't know anything about my own siblings except for the part that I was doing. I was moving to LA, and that's all I really knew. So, calling her dad a narcissist, it's a bit, but also saying nice things. I think it's just a tough relationship and they're just coming to terms with things, January 21st, 2025. So now we're on to this year. Hooray. Billy Ray Cyrus doubles down on his inauguration day performance. While performing it, I forgot this happened. Completely gone from my brain. While how to speak is gone from my brain too. While performing at the Liberty Ball, part of President Donald Trump's inauguration events, Billy Ray confused viewers with his behavior on stage. Along with technical difficulties, he also asked the audience if they wanted him to just get the hell off the stage. In a statement to People, Cyrus said he wouldn't have missed the honor of playing this event whether my microphone, guitar, and monitors worked or not. I was there because President Donald J. Trump invited me, he said. I had a ball at the Liberty Ball last night, and I've learned through all these years when the producer says, you're on, you go entertain the folks, even if the equipment goes to hell. I was there for the people, and we had a blast. That's called rock and roll. Okay. January 22nd, 2025. Trace Cyrus writes an open letter to Billy Ray Cyrus from a place of love and also fear. I remember this part, though, quite vividly, because I don't even follow Trace Cyrus, but this was coming up for me, and it was just such big news when it happened. Following his inauguration performance, his son Trace shared a post on Instagram that included a lengthy open letter to his father, writing that he could barely recognize Billy Ray. Alongside a photo of him with his dad in his younger years, Trace wrote, "It seems this world has beaten you down, and it's become obvious to everyone but you. You may be upset with me for posting this, but I really could care less at this point. Me and the girls have been genuinely worried about you for years, but you've pushed all of us away." So that's kind of confirming that there have been issues, because up till now, it's all been kind of speculative. He went on to say that he and his siblings, especially Noah, are hanging on to memories of the man we once knew. "As I write this with tears in my eyes, I hope you realize this message only comes from a place of love and also fear that the world may lose you far too soon," he said. He continued, "I love you, Dad. We haven't talked in a while, but I'm over a year and a half clean from alcohol. Guess what? I feel amazing. I don't know what you're struggling with exactly, but I think I have a pretty good idea, and I'd love to help if you would open up and receive the help." So this is hinting at, and I don't want to speculate about this too much because it's unkind to speculate, but it's hinting that he might have some kind of issue with alcohol or substances or something else. Who knows? That part's not really our business until Billy Ray decides to make it public. Then in January of 2025, January 24th, Billy Ray Cyrus announces a new album produced by son Brayson Cyrus. Days after the Liberty Ball controversy, that is so not what that said, and Trace's Instagram post was published, Billy Ray announced that he would be releasing a new album produced by his son Brayson, who also co-wrote some of the tracks. "This is art imitating life, imitating art," Billy Ray said in a statement. "It starts and ends with art. Brayson is very talented and 25 is his year. I'm glad to be part of it. This record is going to be special. I'm gearing up for what will be the journey of a lifetime." Brayson added that the album was an opportunity to tell my dad's story through music, and I'm fortunate to be able to take it. January 27, 2025, Billy Ray Cyrus. Somebody keep a counter of how many times I stumble over my words today. Again, I'm blaming the assignment. I stayed up late last night to finish it because I left it to the last minute. Don't tell anybody. I would never admit that. I didn't say that. Billy Ray seemed to respond to Trace's letter and the concerns of his family when he posted a clip from the music video for his 2009 song "Somebody Said a Prayer" on YouTube. Trace appears in the music video. "Sunday call-in," Billy Ray wrote in the caption of the video, "Giving thanks for the California rain, praying for the brokenhearted and their pain, praying for my family, for my children, sons and daughters, and their mother. Let this moment be the start of healing for us all. The past does not equal the future. Amen." So hopefully that was like the start of things actually patching up and being better between them, because no matter what issues they seem to have, there always seemed to be like a lot of love there. Like even when they're arguing and allegedly calling each other skanks, they always seem to love each other, which is the case most of the time with family. But like I said, now we have news like just from a couple of days ago. Miley Cyrus reunites with estranged dad Billy Ray after mom Tish unfollowed her on Instagram. Now the unfollowing thing, it may have been accidental, but who knows. They start this article with, "It's a party in the USA." Miley Cyrus reunited with her estranged dad, Billy Ray Cyrus, to celebrate her brother Brayson's 31st birthday party on Friday. The country singer shared a photo of the family posing together to his Instagram. The flower singer can be seen in the sweet snap with her arms wrapped around her boyfriend, Max Mirando. And here's the photo, so you can actually see that Miley and her dad are in the same spot. Praise be to God. "Happy birthday, Brayson," Billy Ray captioned the photo, adding several celebratory emojis. The achy breaky heart singer hinted at a potential reunion with his daughter at 32 on Wednesday when he shared a clip of her singing at the piano. "Can't wait to see this young lady," Billy Ray captioned the post. "Crazy how time flies." Soon after, an eagle-eyed fan noticed former Disney Channel star's mom, Tish Cyrus, had unfollowed Miley on Instagram. However, a source quickly squashed any speculation of potential brewing feud, exclusively telling Page 6 that the unfollowing was a glitch and there is no drama between the mother-daughter duo. Don't know. You could just unfollow somebody like being annoyed and then be like, "Ugh, never mind, I changed my mind, whoops, I shouldn't have done that," forgetting that you're like famous and people are watching who you're following, or it could have been an accident. Who knows? You can tell me what you think. Yeah, then this goes into details about the family drama, but we just read a whole timeline. So as you can see, they're together in this photo. Now, could this just be that they just all wanted to celebrate Brayson's birthday? Maybe. Could it mean that they're all okay? Maybe. I do hope everybody's okay, because as said, I like when people are happy. But tell me, what do you think? Do you think that they are reunited? Everything good? Maybe not so good. Do you think her mum unfollowed her on purpose or not? Just let me know your thoughts in the comment. But in general, like, comment, share. Follow me on social media. I'm VangelinaSkov everywhere. And most importantly of all, do not forget to subscribe, because it makes me feel happy. It causes a dopamine response in my brain. And I like that. So so do that, turn on notifications, and don't forget to check out Exter. If you click the link in my description and use my code VangelinaSkov, you can get up to 50% off this Father's Day. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring today's video, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!